Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is mastering interview skills. This training series, will be very useful for the young engineers who are transforming who are basically moving to the professional side from university, as well as seasoned professionals can also benefit from from these videos. So, what is an interview? An interview basically it's your interaction with the employer, that you are applying for a job, and that the employer is now has a pool of applicants, and the employer has to select certain uh, people who can achieve the goal of the organization. The most important thing, the three things which I'm in advance telling you, is that the three things which they want most from someone who they can hire. Number one is the technical skills, that the person should have technical skills. Number two is the adaptability, that is the ability to adopt in the culture of the organization. And the third one is the motivation level of the person who is applying for the job. So these three things, if you got green signals on all three these checks, you will there is guarantee, or 100% guarantee, that you will be able to get the job. So you should also note that what type of the interview is going to be. Is it a technical interview, or is it an HR interview, group interview, telephonic interview, panel interview? There are certain guidelines for each type of the interview, and what you have to prepare for each interview, and what you should wear. And there are difficult interview questions which you must prepare how to answer. And there are worst case scenarios, and there are ways to reduce a dying interview and then follow up. Uh, so this is your target job. What you need is, you need relevant skills, and you have an organized job search, and then you have to prepare for the interview. Preparation is very important, and then the positive attitude, that your attitude should be such that you are going to interview not just for the interview, you are going there to get the job. So your resume has put you at the first stage. Now it's your chance to do yourself a favor. You have to prove yourself. Your CV was good enough. You got a position there for the interview. Now at the interview, you have to prove that you are the best candidate among all the candidates they have interviewed so far. You have to impress the panel that you are the right fit. You would be the right fit for the job. You have the technical skills, you can fit in the culture, and you have the motivation. Again, these three things. So you should first analyze that, can you sell or market yourself. That you in an interview, you are doing basically marketing yourself. You are a product, and you are marketing yourself. Now, can you impress? It's just it's not just answering questions. So interview is not just answering their questions. As I said, you have to impress them, and there are many other things like verbal, non-verbal dressing, and the way to answer their questions, how you answer their questions. um, it's a little bit complex thing. Suppose you are a product, know your SWOT. SWOT analysis is basically strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This is a very important ability. This analysis is very much important. I would suggest you to go through separately through this SWOT analysis. That what are the strengths, what skills you possess to achieve your goal, and what are the weaknesses, that what potential weaknesses you have that can hamper you to reach your goals, and what are the opportunities uh, you should do to achieve your goal, and what are the potential threats that can sabotage your goal. So you should first go through the SWOT analysis and know your the customers needs, what they require, what your employer wants, or what your interviewer wants. You should know their needs, and you should demonstrate that you can satisfy. So you have to prepare. This is a big day, and you need to follow up. Once you have the interview secured, don't walk in without keys. Preparation is the key. So you have to prepare for it. So you have to first think about what would be the schedule. You have to reach there at least half an hour before the interview. You must have to reach there before your schedule, at least half an hour, and you should in advance preempt that what would be the environment of that interview. So there are certain types. These are certain types of interviewing: telephonic screening, second or third interview, head hunting, one-to-one interview, group interviews, panel interviews, free form, unstructured, psychometrics, and presentations. Two or three interviews ask set of questions for every candidate. In a panel interview, the atmosphere can be formal. This is a free-form interview, loosely framed. Few topics could be away from normal working hours, unstructured, informal, and can be perceived as a chat. It can be difficult to sell yourself without being prompted by relevant questions. So, in presentation, if you have to give some certain presentation, you have to prepare well and you have to practice it. Psychometric, in this type of interview, you will be asked a series of questions to discover your self-observation, that your self-awareness and your reactions, that how do you react to the certain questions being asked. Psychometric tests are becoming popular for mainly spoken board. So why can you do the job? These are a list of certain questions you have to prepare. That why can you do the job? How can you do the job? Situational questioning, behavioral questioning. What's your greatest weakness? Similarly, there is a question that tell me about yourself. That is the first question which is normally asked. So you have to prepare well for that question. Tell me about yourself. Then what are your greatest strengths? What are your greatest weaknesses? And what is your vision? Where do you see yourself after two years, after 5 years? Why do you want to come in our company? Why are you leaving your current job? So you have to prepare the answers for these potential questions in advance, so that you should be able to answer comfortably there, and your answers should be convincing enough. And what's your greater weakness? So this is a very tricky question. For this question, you must I won't recommend you. Some people use strength as their weaknesses, so don't do that. Just tell a genuine weakness, and what have you done for it and how you have overcome it. But don't disclose so much weaknesses that they may go against you. This is a very tricky question. Why you change your job so frequently if there is a so much frequent switching? What is your biggest mistake in your career? And how would your supervisor friends describe you? Tell me a story, tell me a job. How can you offer that others don't? What is your major accomplishments? So this is a small set of questions. There is a big set of questions I will present to you that you should prepare in advance, so that there are 90% chances that these type of questions will be asked to you. So you should be able to answer them. There are situational questioning. There is situational, you might be asked how you would cope in a hypothetical situation. There is a behavioral questioning. You may be asked about your behavior reaction to a certain situation. You may also be asked that is there would be there would be if there would be a crisis situation, what would you do? Or if there anything crisis situation happened in your career, then what did you do to cope it? So general information about the position. These are the expectations from you, that you should be knowing the general information about the position. Articulate. You should be able to articulate your qualifications and interests, and you should understand the nature of the organization. And your technical skills should match the job, and your personality should match the job. So prepare your matching set. Excellent personal skills. Are you the right one? So they are basically doing this. Find the right one. The person should be having excellent interpersonal skills. I mean, in the experience of handling management accounts, and should be able to work in team. That he should be able to work in team, and he should, and thus he possess leadership abilities if such skills are required for the job. So teamwork, are you more comfortably working as a part of a team or individually? So that is also a very important part. You have to give examples. You have to prepare well for this question, that you are able to work in a team. You have worked in the team, and you know what are the norms to work in a team. And to be honest, if you are a person who would rather work alone, please say it. So this is a recommendation, that if you are a loner, but again I would say. Um, Teamwork is very important skill, so you need to develop this skills. The skill. What is the job necessitates? If you have not started, you may have shock of being one of the team, and you may hate your job. So again, this is where we have the SWOT analysis. Strengths. Think about how you have used your strongest skills. Keep all your achievements at your fingertips. State the skill and example it. So this is a very important point. You should be having a complete example of what skill you are stating. If you say something without example, that would be weak. So for any example you give there, that you are good in certain skill, you should back it with the records and examples. State a skill and show how you use it, and don't just say, show it, prove it. And weaknesses, be ready to explain any inconsistency breaks in your career. Think critically and remember transferable skills. Professional business wear is a must. Dress code is very very important. You have to dress professionally, and you have to wear what is the dress code expected. It is a part of the first impression taken about the candidate. There is no perfect dressing, but that is like which suits you. Dress appropriate to the organization. Comfortable clothes show you have a made effort, shows that you are serious about the job. So your dressing shows that you should be you should you are serious about the job, and you should not say that it may distract the interviewer, or it should not be so bright of bright colors. So, what should you know about the organization, its potential advancements, atmosphere, benefits, bonuses, dashboard, ethnics, honors, and all this list, company history. So, for every job, for every organization where you are going to give the interview, you should have a